y'all that was popping up. Hey everybody, it's Minnie Foxx, and we are here at the Jazz Zone. Had a little technical difficulty earlier, but guess what? One Monkey Don't Stop No Show.
And we back.
Yes, we are back, and we are going to start all over, just for those of you that didn't see what we did before, and we are just going to recap. So, standing next to me is the world-famous Rossco Lee Owens of the Jazz Zone. I know y'all saw my t-shirt and our hat and our little bling-bling and everything that we did earlier. Show them your hat. Yeah, Roscoe's sporting the fedora for the men. I got the hat on for the ladies. We're having a little fun here.
That's right.
So, we were talking about the phenomenal world of jazz, and we named a few jazz artists that are favorites of Rossco Lee Owens. So, Rossco, tell us 5 of the jazz artists that you love.
Okay, we're going to go with the 2 women, Nancy Wilson and Barbara Morrison.
Hey, Barbara.
Okay, then we're going to go with Miles Davis,
Woohoo!
John Coltrane, and then I'm going to put one brother that I admired for many years and played with my dad, and that's Michael Davis.
Whoa.
Ron Lee Michael Davis.
Hello, hello, hello. So, Rossco, you started in the jazz world with your father, who was absolutely an amazing man. What's his name?
Jimmy Owens.
Jimmy Owens. Jimmy Owens. You created this guy right here. So tell us, when you were younger, he put you through piano school, taught you some drums, and you ended up doing what?
Totally different. Actually, I never thought I'd be in music, but
Okay.
I'm deep in it.
Got it.
I don't play because I'm serious. And then it came to me that I needed to do art, because art and music is therapy. I'm a therapist, a behavioralist for much of my life in terms of working, and the opportunity to share with our community the things that I could do was very important, because it continued to be a legacy. And the legacy lives on because my son, Kijana Owens, is definitely a part of the Jazz Zone. Actually, my father named him the Key Man.
Yes.
For his ability to center. And so he is the center of Success Express, which is our marketing arm, and then the Jazz Zone, which is centered under the understanding of my dad's flow of music as a West Coast jazz drummer.
Okay, so 3 generations.
Yes.
Pops, and the new Pops. How about that?
Yeah.
So we have New Orleans, Atlanta, and Las Vegas watching us right now. So we say hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
In the midst of that, let's talk about what you're going to do for Vegas as far as the Jazz Zone is concerned.
Well, we're going to put the Jazz on the Success Express train and come right up there to Victoryville, which is in Vegas, to be sure that we can support jazz. I know they're doing a lot of different things in the lounge acts with a lot of other different kinds of music, but you know what? Jazz is the center of things that had happened to create this new kind of music that's here in the first place. So we're going to come up and represent Jimmy Owens in the Jazz Zone, and we're going to bring it into the Groove Yard.
Okay. So, New York, we did not forget you. Jazz Zone already been there, but they're going to rewrap and come back to New York and Atlanta and Ohio. We're going to give some love to Las Vegas because they had skipped Vegas. But they're going to come back to New York because he's saying, don't forget to New York. We're not going to forget you, New York.
That's right.
Yes. And as a serious brother, as one of our guests have said, we're going to make sure that the Jazz Zone continues to be known worldwide, because you out there in La La Land, you're going to get your what? Your t-shirt. You're going to get your what? Your hat. That's right. And how they going to get the hat?
You know, they're going to go to JAZZZONE.net. That's 3 Z's in a row, you know. Jazz Zone, all one word, because we're together. Moving forward, in Jazz Zone, we say, we make cool jazz sizzle.
Ooh, cool jazz.
Ooh, it's hot. Oh.
Well, I'm so excited about coming to see you today because over 30 years ago, and you know I just turned 25 yesterday, I had an opportunity to meet the presence of Rossco Lee Owens as one of my famed members, and my mentor. And as my mentor, he taught me how to shake hands. Say yes, say no. Know what you want. Say what you mean. Don't play because you are serious. And I did those things, and still today, I still inspired by some of the teachings that you gave me, and to have so much fun of the Jazz Zone series when we were doing concerts and shows and fashion shows, with hosting, with modeling, with singing, and you believed in me.
That's right.
And so this reunion for us was exciting because I was only 20 years old, even though I turned 25.
You had energy, talent, and a desire to win. And when you see that, I couldn't help it. I needed to step into the win.
Thank you so much.
In New York, we're talking about the success train, but we're going to take the A train. Shoot you right in there. You know, we're going to be right
We're going to do the A train.
That's right.
Look, Rossco, we're going to lean in for a second. One of the guests said, liar, liar, pants on fire, you 35. Okay, I'm 35.
You take that.
I'm 35, I'll take that too. I'll be 35 all day long and stay 25. Just don't add them together. Look, Rossco, you're doing a lot of beautiful art pieces. You want to talk about some of the musical art pieces that he has designed and created. So I'm going to move the camera in just a little closer because I want you to tell us about this beautiful piece right here.
This piece here is they call palm frond. It comes from the palm trees out here in California. They drop off. And so I threw a lot of them in the backyard and I said, what? This is the Jazz Zone. This is the band. So what I created was this particular piece dedicated to our saxophone player and trumpet player. There's our saxophone player, there's our trumpet player. And then I had to create one more, which I'm going to name this one Always. And I just decided to do that because there's a bass player that's with us, and he's always ready, always dressed, always done, and that's none other than Mr. Hilliard Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah, we just did a project with him in terms of what we have going. This is a piece called Lacefield, Bob Lacefield, brother that was my mentor after my dad had passed. We continued the Jimmy Owens Trio and the Jimmy Owens Jazz Ensemble until he became ill or older. And at that time, we were creating some additional artists. And this is one of the fields that I have been in all my life as a behavioralist. I've worked with young men, a lot of minority men, in terms of how do we pull our pants up, get dressed up, understanding. And this is called, it's for Illinois. It's the boys, and it's from East St. Louis. East St. Louis, Illinois, where Miles was from. They said one of them cats might have been Miles. But here is the flag. You know, the flag turned from a wave in terms of cloth into earth, and we built that from there.
Those are sharp-dressed little boys.
Oh, yeah, they right. And that's why I put the Liberty Bell in there, because that's what we're looking for.
Let's talk about that Liberty Bell.
We're looking for justice, and we're looking for liberty.
Liberty, justice, and peace.
That's right.
Amazing by His grace.
Amazing grace.
Tell us all about this beautiful one down here.
Here
we go, y'all.
This is one that was done by a beautiful artist. Her name is Joyce Miles. And she did this piece on Dizzy. Dizzy, and you know, was around the time with my dad. I know they spoke of him very highly, and the opportunity to perform with him, I believe, as well. So that became just a part of who I am, and I just want to get with this invitation. This is our invitation to invite you to come to any of our Jazz Zone events. The invitation is right there. We got flowers on your table, so just come on out. This piece is done by another artist, Aziz Jane, who paints on the reverse side of glass.
Isn't that amazing? How talented is painting on the opposite side of the glass? That has to be very difficult to do, you think?
You know what? When I watched him, he said, what you paint first on canvas is what you paint last on the glass. So, yeah. So the details, what you would put, like if I drew a woman and I put the eyes here, well, you need to put the eyes first.
Okay.
Because the background has to come in back of her
Gotcha.
instead of in front. So therein lies a brother that can walk and talk backwards and paint. Aziz has a gallery in Leimert Park. I think I talked about that before. But the opportunity right there is to share the work of many artists.
Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Now, tell us what are 5 groups that you like. I noticed one of our guests actually named two groups that one of them I love to listen to as a group. So let's see where you go.
As a group. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when I said Al Jarreau, you said it wasn't a group.
He in a group.
But you know what?
But we mean a group, like a group.
Yes.
Not something.
Let me see. Well, when you said Miles Davis, you said that's not a group.
No, he had his Miles Davis and Miles Davis band, but I mean like what's known as like a group right now.
A group. Mm-hmm. Not like the...
There's a couple of them.
Okay, you give them to me.
Well, you told me Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
They did a lot of jazz. They were known as a group.
Yeah.
Yep. And one of my favorites, the Jazz Masters. Play them on Pandora all the time. They got all kinds of different things. But, you got Paul Hardcastle, some of the other guys that are out there. They're groups because they have their band, but it's the Paul Hardcastle, and he has his band. Miles Davis, and he has his band. But when I say group, I mean more like the Jazz Masters, more like, a four-piece people or three, and they known as a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me one or two of yours.
We're talking about, let me see, who we want to really be talking about. There is Oscar Peterson, but that's you see that's a group that's an individual as well.
Uh-huh.
I can't get to the groups now. It's like even
That's okay.
Even the jazz on it's like
it's
Jimmy Owens,
Who's Bernard Purdue? You know who that is?
Bernard Purdue.
He a jazz artist.
Yes.
Buddy
Buddy Collette.
Some brew. She said britches in my brew.
Bitches brew.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite too.
You got
They'll
some
go
jazz
with
with
the mouth.
blackbirds.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Because my folks be talking to you.
That's
They
right.
they gonna tell you what's going on. Thanks y'all tuning in. Coltrane.
Yeah.
That's right. I like Coltrane.
Me too. See, but then Coltrane's not a group, but it's a group.
But we talking about folks now.
Yeah,
we passed the group.
Yeah,
he can keep it up. We passed the group.
Slow. When you become of age, all these pops, all these love signs, yeah.
All the love, look at all the hearts you're getting, all the hearts for Rossco Lee Owens.
I don't care what you don't know, I just want to know what you do.
You just want to know what you do. I
follow the Spirit, and the Spirit leads me into doing what I do. That's why people say, what do you play? I say, I don't play at all. I'm serious about everything. So I'm going to seriously bring Jazz On to Vegas. Mm-hmm. I'm going to seriously continue to play. In fact, we're doing a project with a good friend of mine. Mm. His father is Edgar Redmond.
Okay.
Edgar Redmond wrote symphonies and that. His son, Michael Redmond, we've been talking about doing this father and son thing.
Okay.
As well as me and Kijana. So that's one of the things that we're going to do. And it's the living legends and those that have passed.
Yes.
That have put some roots down that we need to really celebrate.
And tell us about two living legends that you adore, other than Barbara Morrison, because you already talked about her.
Okay, two living legends. Dr. Donald Dean, if you know Dr. Donald Dean, he's a drummer. Absolutely awesome. And they just played with us this past weekend. And another living legend, a bass player, Mr. Bob Lee. Those are two incredible living legends that are performing now.
Okay.
I
want to know who this Bernard Purdue is, but not Bernard. That's what Gary said. Gary educating us right now, everybody. Y'all look in the comments and see what Gary said. Go, Gary. Tell us what's going on in the jazz zone.
In the jazz world. Because you know what? There's so much out there. I'm going to talk about somebody that's not a living legend. His father is absolutely awesome, but father and son, that's Karan Haley Harrison. Okay. He's got a son that is playing some bad jazz drumming, that's in Leimert Park. I talk a lot about the Leimert Park because for me, it's Sankofa. Okay. I grew up there. I go back to where you grew up and grab the energy and the information that you have. Okay. Dwight Tribble, absolutely excellent musician. He is one of the purposeful people at the world stage in Leimert Park, as well. People that are famous to me, and I don't mean fame, I mean serious people about our community, about our culture, and about our music, and about our arts.
And that's what makes a difference when we can utilize music to soothe the soul, to educate, motivate, and inspire our future leaders. That's those young people out there understanding where music comes from, how to respect and love music because music is also the key to your soul, stated by Stevie Wonder. Ha!
There you go.
Yes, I knew that one.
Now, that could be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
love me some Stevie Wonder.
I woke up a long time ago with fingertips. I said go way back all the way
I was
through.
looking back.
Yeah.
Girl.
All
My
the
hair
way-
was never nappy, so I can't really sing that part of the song. I'm just kidding, y'all. I have ponytails. I get pressed. You know, Mom burned me once or twice, but it was okay because my hair was straight and a ponytail. And then I love my afro, so don't get it twisted because you know the Minnie Foxx talk show. My signature picture is a beautiful curly black afro. Yes. So for those of you that's checking in, it's Minnie Foxx. I'm here with Rossco Lee Owens, and we are in the Jazz Zone having a phenomenal time. Now let's talk about it with MinnieFoxx.com. Minnie Foxx, let's talk about it at gmail.com. And guess what, you guys? Like, share, subscribe, and follow. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. You'll find both myself, Rossco Lee Owens, the Jazz Zone, and all you need to know what to do, where to go, how to be in the know with.
Rossco Lee Owens. Here you go. Music at jazzzone.net. That's 3 Z's in a row. JAZZZONE.net. And you know why it's together? Because we're together. Together we win. Separately,
Together we stay.
there you go.
What?
Tall.
He learning Vegas strong.
Yeah.
Vegas strong. All right, y'all. We just wanted to come back and give you some additional love because we had some technical difficulties earlier, and you know I got to close the show the way I close the show, and I got to make sure that everybody is included. And I give all my love to those of you that checked in, and those of you that will chime in later. We got you. Remember, if you have something to say along the way, let's talk about it with Minnie Foxx. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, follow. Let us know what you think of the show. Tell us what's on your mind, and let's talk about it. That's been a wrap. Rossco Lee Owens, the world famous Rossco Lee Owens. We are in the Jazz Zone. We're going to swing in for our Kodak moment. We say cheese.
And together.
You know, scoot down just a little bit.
Scoot,
Now scoot in.
scoot.
Because it's going to be a Kodak moment.
Scoot.
There you go.
There you go.
And we can tilt our head just a little bit. There we go. Hey, hey. Roscoe got the brim on, y'all.
You got it.
Oh, man.
Got it like that.
All right, y'all. Take care. Peace out.
Thank you.
You got to
A
smile,
blessing,
Roscoe.
y'all.
Ah.